Big news, NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, has just raised the official La Niña alert for the upcoming winter of 2025-2026. This isn't just another routine update, it's a significant announcement that could have far-reaching effects on weather patterns across the globe. When NOAA issues an alert like this, it means their scientists are seeing clear signals in the data, signals that point to a major shift in the climate system that could impact millions of people. This isn't a minor forecast tweak, it's a major shift that could shape our weather for months, if not longer. Meteorologists everywhere are now updating their models and preparing for a season that could be dramatically different from what we've seen in recent years. Newsrooms are buzzing, and weather experts are already fielding questions about what this means for everything from local snowstorms to global food supplies. La Niña is a global climate driver, capable of supercharging some weather patterns and shutting down others. It's not just a local event, it's a phenomenon that can ripple across continents, influencing rainfall, temperature, and even the frequency of extreme weather events. When La Niña takes hold, the entire planet can feel its effects, from the Americas to Asia and beyond. For farmers, ski resorts, or anyone dreading snow, this matters. Agricultural yields can swing wildly, ski seasons can be made or broken, and families everywhere start to wonder what kind of winter they'll face. Whether you're hoping for powder on the slopes or just trying to keep your driveway clear, La Niña's arrival is something you can't ignore. A strong La Niña can steer storm tracks, redirect jet streams, and bring dramatic changes. Colder, snowier winters for some, drought for others. In some regions, rivers may flood, while others face parched fields and water shortages. The jet stream, that invisible river of air high above us, can twist and turn in new ways, bringing unexpected weather to places that thought they knew what to expect. The early warning gives us a head start to prepare for a winter that could look nothing like last year. Now is the time to check your supplies, winterize your home, and make sure you're ready for whatever comes. Communities can plan ahead, cities can get their snowplows ready, and everyone can take steps to stay safe and comfortable. Ocean temperatures are cooling across the equatorial Pacific, and atmospheric models are lining up. These changes aren't random. They're part of a well-understood cycle that scientists have been tracking for decades. The data is clear. The Pacific is entering a new phase, and the atmosphere is responding in kind. This isn't guesswork. It's decades of science and real-time data. Teams of experts are monitoring every shift, using satellites, buoys, and computer models to make the most accurate predictions possible. Their work helps us understand not just what's coming, but how to respond. Over the next few scenes, we'll break down what La Niña is, what this forecast means, and how it could impact you. We'll explore the science, the history, and the practical steps you can take to get ready. Whether you're a weather enthusiast or just want to know if you'll need a bigger shovel, we've got you covered. So, grab a jacket. Things are about to get interesting. Let's dive in and see what this La Niña winter could bring for all of us. To truly understand La Niña, imagine the Pacific Ocean as the engine room of our planet's weather, a vast, powerful system that influences climates across the globe. The Pacific isn't just a body of water, it's a dynamic force, constantly shifting and shaping the world's weather patterns in ways both subtle and dramatic. Under normal conditions, steady trade winds sweep across the Pacific, pushing warm surface water westward toward Indonesia and Australia. As this warm water moves, it allows cooler, nutrient-rich water from the deep to well up along the coast of South America, especially near Peru and Ecuador. This upwelling is vital for marine life and local fisheries. But during La Niña, this process intensifies dramatically. The trade winds become even stronger, driving even more warm water toward Asia. In response, the upwelling of cold water off the South American coast becomes more pronounced, cooling the ocean's surface even further and altering weather patterns on a massive scale. The result is a vast stretch of colder than average water along the equator, a clear, unmistakable signature of La Niña that can be seen from space. This cooling isn't just a local event, it's a signal that the entire climate system is shifting gears. These changes trigger a domino effect. In the eastern Pacific, regions like Western South America often experience droughts and dry spells, impacting agriculture and water supplies. Meanwhile, in the Western Pacific, countries such as Indonesia and Australia can see heavier rainfall, increased flooding, and a higher risk of powerful typhoons and cyclones. This stark contrast between dry and wet conditions is what drives La Niña's far-reaching global impacts, influencing weather far beyond the Pacific Basin. From altered hurricane seasons in the Atlantic to shifts in monsoon patterns in Asia, La Niña's reach is truly global. Unlike a single storm or a brief weather event, La Niña is a long-term climate pattern. It can persist for several months, and sometimes even for years, gradually shaping weather trends and climate extremes around the world. The cooling of the Pacific acts as the first domino, setting off a chain reaction that ripples through the atmosphere and affects weather systems on every continent. Its influence can be felt in everything from rainfall patterns to temperature swings and even wildfire risks. Now, let's explore how La Niña compares to its more famous sibling, El Niño, and discover how these two powerful climate patterns shape our world in different ways. You've probably heard of El Niño, the warm phase of a powerful climate pattern that can bring dramatic changes to weather around the world. During El Niño years, ocean waters in the central and eastern Pacific become unusually warm, fueling intense storms and heavy rainfall in places that are often much drier. Cities can experience flooding, and weather patterns shift in ways that affect millions of people. But La Niña is its cool, intense opposite. Instead of warming, the Pacific Ocean surface cools significantly, and this cooling has its own set of powerful effects on global weather. Both El Niño and La Niña are part of what scientists call the El Niño Southern Oscillation, or ENSO, a kind of climate seesaw in the Pacific Ocean that swings back and forth every few years, shifting weather patterns across the globe. During El Niño, trade winds that usually blow from east to west across the Pacific weaken. This allows warm water to pile up along the coast of the Americas, which in turn shifts the jet stream and brings wetter, milder winters to the southern United States, often resulting in more rain and fewer cold snaps. In contrast, La Niña strengthens those trade winds, pushing warm water back toward Asia and allowing cooler water to surface along the equator. This cooling effect pushes the jet stream farther north, changing the path of storms and altering weather patterns across North America and beyond. The result? Colder, stormier winters for the Pacific Northwest and the Great Lakes, with more snow and icy conditions. Meanwhile, the southern U.S. often experiences drier, warmer weather, which can lead to droughts and less relief from winter heat. The difference between these two phases is dramatic. While El Niño can bring heavy rain to cities like Los Angeles, La Niña often means more snow for places like Seattle. The contrast in weather can be seen clearly from one coast to the other. That's why knowing which phase we're in is so important. Meteorologists and forecasters use this information to predict what kind of season we might have, months in advance. It helps communities prepare for storms, droughts, or unusual weather. This winter, La Niña is in charge, shaping the outlook for millions of people across the United States and beyond. Its influence will be felt in everything from snowfall totals to the risk of drought. But La Niña's reach isn't limited to North America. Let's take a closer look at how this powerful climate pattern affects weather all around the globe. La Niña's influence is global, not just American. In Australia and Southeast Asia, it means wetter, stormier seasons, sometimes flooding. East Africa often faces drought and crop failures, while South America sees a split floods in the north, drought in the south. Canada gets colder, snowier winters. The US sees classic north-south contrasts. La Niña also fuels more Atlantic hurricanes by reducing wind shear. One shift in the Pacific can ripple across continents. That's the power of La Niña. NOAA's latest forecast puts La Niña odds at 75% for this winter, a big jump. The reason? Rapid cooling in the Niño 3.4 region of the Pacific, confirmed by satellites and buoys. The cold tongue of water is expanding, and models worldwide agree. La Niña is coming. NOAA has moved from a watch to an advisory. This is no longer just a possibility. When models and real-world data align, confidence skyrockets. The stage is set for a classic La Niña winter. Let's see what history tells us. History shows La Niña winters can be extreme. In 2010-2011, the northern US saw relentless cold and record snow. Chicago was buried, ski resorts thrived. Meanwhile, the South suffered drought and wildfires, a classic La Niña split. The triple dip La Niña from 2020-2023 deepened drought in California and the Southwest, while the Pacific Northwest faced floods. In 1998-99, Miss Baker set a world snowfall record after a strong La Niña. These events show La Niña's dual nature: feast for some, famine for others. Each event leaves a blueprint for what's possible. This winter could bring similar extremes. Past La Niñas remind us to expect the unexpected. The impacts can build over time. Let's talk about what this means for you. What does a 75% chance of La Niña mean for you? In the Pacific Northwest and Northern Rockies, expect colder, wetter weather, more storms, deeper snow, and travel headaches. Skiers rejoice, but commuters beware. The southern US faces the opposite: warmer, drier conditions, raising drought and wildfire risks. The Ohio Valley and Northeast get volatility, wild temperature swings and mixed precipitation. Energy bills may rise in the north. Food prices could jump if southern crops suffer. Travel disruptions are likely, especially at major northern airports. La Niña's impacts are real, on your wallet, your commute, and your daily routine. Prepare for a winter of contrasts. Where you live shapes your experience. Let's see how key sectors will be affected. La Niña's effects ripple through the economy. Agriculture in the southern plains could suffer from drought, hurting crops and ranchers. In the northwest, heavy snowpack is good news for water managers and hydropower, but bad for the southwest, where less snow means tighter water supplies. Ski resorts in the north may see booming business, while southern tourism could benefit from sunshine, unless wildfires strike. Transportation faces challenges. Snowstorms can close highways and delay flights, disrupting supply chains. Energy demand may spike in cold regions. Every sector needs to plan for a disruptive winter. Preparation is key. With La Niña likely, preparation starts now. Stay informed, follow local forecasts, and set up weather alerts. In the north, winterize your home and car, check emergency kits, and get ready for snow. In the south, focus on water conservation and fire safety. Fix leaks, follow burn bans, and clear dry brush. La Niña loads the dice, but surprises can happen. Be flexible. Use this forecast to plan for higher heating bills, possible travel delays, and supply chain hiccups. Preparation is a mindset. Adopt it now. The more ready you are, the less winter can catch you off guard. La Niña is coming. Let's be weather ready. Thanks for watching, and stay safe this winter.